Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Take a seat. So what brings you in here today?
Well, I'm just having a lot of problems with my daughter, and she moved in with me years ago, and now I don't know. She drinks a lot, and I don't know whether she's going to be really wonderful or whether she's going to just turn into an animal. And I'm concerned about her health and my health because I never know what she's going to do next. And so I don't know what to do. I've just tried everything.
So it sounds like you're having some problems with your daughter.
Yes, it's been going on a long time. She has some psychological problems, and well, she has some of that OCD problem where she has to tap things and touch them all the time and does these ritual things. But she's very intelligent and she's very smart, and most of the time she's just wonderful. But when she isn't wonderful, it's really scary. And sometimes she's actually convinced that if she doesn't do this little ritual thing that she has, that something horrible is going to happen to either me or somebody else. I've tried to explain to her that, she should try not doing this. When she goes out the door, she has to tap certain things where she feels somebody's going to get hurt. And so I've tried to say the best way to get over these things is to try to face it and just go out and do that. Stop tapping those things and walk out the door and realize that nothing is going to happen. And she does that when she goes to work every single day. And there's lots of them that I hear her doing, that I'm really concerned because it's growing and she's doing more and more of this tapping thing. And I'm really afraid, and so her personality changes so often. One day she's wonderful to me, and the next day she just wants to practically kill me for no reason, and I just don't understand it. And I'm getting older now, and I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm afraid someday when I can't get around or anything, she's going to really take advantage of me. But I just wanted to say something about it because I would like to get her help if I could.
And it sounds like you're very concerned about your daughter, and you're doing a lot to look into it on your own. And
Well, I want to help her. Now, she has an alcohol problem, which doesn't help her original problem, which she had long before she started the drinking. And I'm just afraid, and that's getting worse. And she has been to treatment twice, but they never really tackled her problem with this touching thing. It's awful. I don't even know if it's the same problem, but she's wonderful a lot of the time, and then I just don't know what mood she's going to be in. And sometimes she'll come in and she'll just be screaming and yelling, and I haven't done anything. And anybody around her, she'll start screaming and yelling at. And sometimes she'll come in and say, "Oh, how did your day go?" or something. And it's so frustrating not to know. So I don't know what the answer is.
so it seems like when she's gotten help before, she isn't getting help for her mental problems.
Well, I think so. I think that's what it is. And she's tried medications and things, but she refuses to take them because she thinks she doesn't need them. And that makes it hard on everybody around her when you don't know how she's going to respond to anything. It's kind of scary sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe for no reason at all, she'll come screaming out of her room and think that somebody has the TV on too loud or something, and it may be no louder than it usually is, and weird things. And
So you're confused on her reactions to
I never know what
things,
they're going to be.
normal activities. Okay.
She's either going to be really, really nice or it's really, really horrible. And she's just convinced that she's always right about everything. And sometimes noises will bother her terribly that, other people can hardly even hear. Maybe a dog barking a little bit at night or something, and she'll go into a big tirade when it's not really that bad. It might bark a little bit, but it doesn't seem to bother anybody else. And then she really has a fit about it, and she'll call up the people on the phone and say horrible things to them. And so, and they're neighbors, and I think that she should be able to get along better sometimes with people. And sometimes she'll just sit down and cry for no reason. She's very unhappy.
So
But anyway, it bothers
so
me
this is
because
starting
she's
to
my
affect
daughter.
other people.
Yes, she does affect other people around her, other people in the family. If there's a family gathering, if she has anything to drink at all, before you know it, she has to be removed from the party or whatever it is, or the dinner. And I'm concerned because I think it's getting worse. And
With Thanksgiving coming up, is it adding?
I guess that's why right now I'm more concerned. I just don't know what's going to happen. And it ruins it for everybody in the family. And I just don't know what to do about it. But it's an ongoing problem all the time. But just certain times it's worse than others. And she also tried to commit suicide at one time. And things like that. And that's my daughter. And I don't know how to help her. She refuses to take medicine or go to the doctor. Or if she does take medicine, she stops it after just a couple days and won't do it with the doctor's advice. I don't know what's left, what options are left. I don't know.
Have you? Hold on. Okay, you can go. Sorry. Stop.
Oh, I brought my little dogs today. They help me a lot. They're kind of like my best friends. And when they're around, I can't mind it so much.
Dogs?
I've thought about moving out altogether.
Hey!
I can take them out and put them in my car. Okay. So anyway, I just thought you might have some idea how I could go about doing something that's different than what I'm doing now. I just don't have any answers anymore. And I don't know.
Okay.
And the last time when she tried to kill herself, that was really, really scary. And I don't know whether she actually wanted to go through with it or not, because, but I don't know. She may try it again, and maybe sometime she would hurt herself badly or kill herself. I'm not convinced she really wanted to kill herself, but she wanted to just do it, you know.
It sounds like you're trying to understand her problems from an open perspective, and do you feel like you're helping her?
There are times when I do, and then there are times when I think maybe I'm just bad, you know, living with her, but I feel sometimes that I keep her together, but maybe she needs to be on her own more, but I don't know as I say, I just am so confused now that I'd like to have somebody else's perspective a little bit, because I'm so into the way it is and I don't see how I can change anything, and it's very frustrating.
I can see that being frustrating. Is this so how long has this problem been going on?
Well, when I left,
Dogs! Hey!
I can put them out outside the door.
It's okay, Grandma.
Actually, I think all her life she's had a few problems. Like, I mean, when you look back, even before she was a teenager, when she was a young child, she'd have, if anybody made any noise in the house at night, she'd start banging on the ceiling and carrying on like it was the worst thing in the world, and people would just be talking, you know. But it seems like noises are so magnified, and she does a big thing out of something that's very small, and you try to accommodate her and not make any noise, you know, but there's other times there'll be all kinds of noise. It doesn't bother her a bit. She's very different that way, and I just thought maybe somebody might have some ideas. As I say, she's been to doctors, she went to a psychiatrist one time.
Oh, it sounds like you're talking